Well, thanks for visiting us this morning at ArkLaTexHomepage.com. I'm meteorologist Josh Marces with your Wednesday morning forecast update. It's one of those tricky days just from a forecast standpoint, as we'll have likely two different weather patterns ongoing just depending on where you are. But we do have a cold front that's settling in just north of I-30, so we are pulling some rain off of the front this morning across northeast Texas. It's some portions of Oklahoma, and eventually we'll see this rain scoot over into southern Arkansas. So your rain chances today will be highest north of I-20. Not to say there won't be a little bit of rain in East Texas and Louisiana, as we'll likely see some pop-up showers there. But as far as any steady or kind of occurring rain through the day, most of it will be across the I-30 corridor. So the frontal boundary is still well to our north. This front won't move through until Friday, so we'll likely sandwich in a dry day Thursday, but we'll begin to see some rain pop up along that front today, which will kind of wreak a little havoc with the temperatures, just depending on how far south that rain develops. Most of us in the mid-70s this morning, so it's a little bit warmer compared to the past few mornings, and that there's the temperature, as we should wind up in the upper 80s and low 90s in most areas, but north of I-30, where we'll likely see that rain on and off through the day. Just 83 for Idabel and 84 this afternoon in DeQueen. There's a chance that that front spills a little bit further to the south, or the rain that is. We may wind up with some cooler temperatures even further south. Have Mount Pleasant at 90, but there's a chance you could come in a little bit lower than that. So here's a look at your Robins Toyota FUTURECAST as we start to warm up today, just due to the presence of that front. That will act as the trigger for some of the afternoon thunderstorms. So at least the first half of the day, most of the rain will be north of I-30. We'll likely pull a little bit of rain off of this in Louisiana and deep East Texas. The sea breeze is kind of shut off today because the winds will be out of the southwest, so we may not see as much rain south of I-20, but FUTURECAST is showing a few isolated showers and storms across the region today. We'll likely get a bit of a break from this tomorrow, maybe just some rain across the northern ArkLaTex again, but the atmosphere will reload, and that front will actually move through on Friday, so Friday is the day we'll watch for some additional thunderstorm activity. That's a look at the severe weather outlook. So we're not in the storm prediction severe weather outlook today or tomorrow, but Friday, as that front moves through, especially during the warm part of the day, we could have a few thunderstorms that will be capable of perhaps a damaging wind gust or two. So it is a low-end severe weather threat, but one of those rare kind of late July, early August severe weather threats nonetheless. So we'll continue to give you updates on that in the upcoming days. And a look at your rainfall totals, second day in a row that FUTURECAST is showing some 2 to 3 inch accumulations north of I-30, which shouldn't cause any problems, but that is where the heaviest rain will occur over the next 3 to 4 days. Another thing that we'll be watching as we head into the weekend and next week is potential tropical cyclone 9, which will likely become a tropical storm at some point during the day today. And the forecast track will really have to start paying attention to this over the weekend and early next week. Right now, the National Hurricane Center does have it moving into the eastern Gulf of Mexico and just kind of making its way up the Florida Peninsula. But notice that cone of uncertainty, or that error track, could potentially put it further into the Gulf. So it is something that we will have to monitor next week. Right now, it looks like landfall would occur to the east of us, but just putting that on your radar is something we'll be giving you updates on here frequently very soon. So here's a look at your 7-day forecast. Again, decent chance of some showers and storms on Friday. Weekend looking pretty nice. We'll have a north wind settling in behind this front, so we'll be gone with the heat index values near 100 degrees with the humidity getting blown out of here. We'll actually feel like it's in the upper 80s and low 90s, so a weekend that's more conducive to being outside maybe than the last few that we've had, and just very slight rain chances south of I-20 through the weekend and into early next week.